Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Amber, I'm French, so if I have a sweet accent, that's why. And we're here for the August wrap-up. Shit, I saw my dog because I let him inside because he didn't want to come. I don't know if you can see him, just here. We're here for the August wrap-up. It's the end of the summer and I got a really good summer for reading. This month was really special because I set myself to finish my entire TBR in August. And I almost did it, almost, but oh my god. And I read more book than that because I read some on my phone too. So let's do some stats first. So this month I read 1 lyric fiction, 1 self-growth development, 3 different fantasy, and 1 romance and 1 sapphic romance. So it's a good start. Before we get started, I'm going to show you my star ranking because everyone is different and I really want to be clear. It's going to be just here and pretty much is 5 star is like book that I can not stop think about, that I really love it, everything about it. 4 star is a really good book that I actually like, but I'm not obsessed with it. 3 is, it was a good book. I'm not going to want it to read it again, I can recommend it, but mostly this book is mostly romance because it's not for me, that's not my favorite genre. But 3 star for me is quite good actually. 2, I read it, but I didn't like it really. Like, I'm just mad about it, and first, like, I hate it. I really don't like it, and I only get 1 star when I couldn't get 0 star. And I have a special thing, it's called the Supernova. It's my whole time favorite read of all time, and I'm literally obsessed months and months and months. For example, one of my favorite read almost of all time is All the Young Dude. It's a murder fan fiction. I'm literally going to have a tattoo for it. It's stuff like this. If it's obsessed me, and like, for example, Grimm in Lightlock, everyone knows Grimm because I've talked about him so much. So that was my rating. I think I'm going to read more lyric fiction and dab a little bit to different genre for the next few months, and I'm really excited. So as you can know, I'm more a fantasy girl, a little bit of romance, but that's literally not my favorite. It's hard for me to give a 5 star to a romance, a regular romance. I think I only have 1. So the first book I read this month was Final. I finished the Caraval series and I absolutely love it. It's a 5 star for me, the whole saga. I read it so quick. The world was really different to different fantasy. The good thing with Caravals is you don't know what is true and what is not. I cannot explain to you Final because it's really the following of the 2 first book. The first book is about Scarlet, the second book is about Donatella, and I love Jack. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Jack is my people. Jack is... And the only reason I read Caraval was because I wanted to read Once Upon a Broken Heart. I read it. But let's finish about Caraval. I think Caraval is really special and you're not going to read something like this. And yeah, that was a really good read, and I think I read the 3 book in like a week and a half. So if you don't know Caraval, you follow Scarlet and Donatella, and you have this circus that you can win a wish, and it's really magical. That's the only place you can have magical one-day world, and they got invited. That's the beginning. It's much cheaper than that, and the plot twist is amazing, and the romance is amazing, but also the bond between the 2 sisters is amazing. So Once Upon a Broken Heart, it's about Jack. It happened after Caraval. That was, I think, really important. I gave it a 3.5 star. Because I read other things after Caraval, it was hard to tiptoe to this world again, and I read other fantasy and I get mixed up. So that's one of my faults. I'm going to finish it, but I think it's really a slow burn, and I don't know, I did tab it a lot, but for me it didn't have Jack enough. Like I say, I read another fantasy just before Once Upon a Broken Heart, and it got mixed up, and it's this Woven Kingdom. Yeah, I got it. By Tara Maffei. She's the author who writes Shadow Me. I never read it, but I really wanted to start this series because less people are talking about it, and the premise was really great. It's about it's a Persian mythology not retelling, but like inspire. It's about a girl named Alize. She's a long lost heir to, it's in Jinn kingdom. You have human and jinn, it's a little magical. And the prince got heard of a prophecy, and you have this tension between them two. It's a non-finished saga. You have 2 other books, and 2 other book is going to come out in 2025 and 2026. But I absolutely love it. It's a slow burn. It's a YA. I think it's a YA. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But I gave this one 4 star. I think it's pretty good 4 star. And I'm going to see with the next of the series. But I actually really love it. Let's talk about one that I really didn't like it. It's 8 Rules of Love by Jay Shetty. It's a self-help book. It's how to find love, keep it, and let it go. The only thing... So I give this one a 1 star. The only reason why is this book is not for me. I already made a lot of self-go by myself with the relationship I got. I have pretty long relationship. Actually, I just got broken off. So I thought it was a good moment, but all the things that it advised, I already did it. So if you didn't do a lot of self-go for your relationship, it can be good for you. It just wasn't for me. And let's talk a little bit about romance. I win Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. That's the first book. That's the first book to the Rebel Blue Wench saga. I got the second book that actually finished yesterday, like I say, because I finished it at 2 a.m. in September. So I'm going to count it in September. I gave this one a 3 star. It was nice to read. Nothing groundbreaking. That was my first cowboy romance. Actually, I'm from the south side of France, like the countryside a little bit. It was cringe, but it made me laugh. But oh my god! So the guy named Luke Brooks, and I was a Janoska fan, and my fave was Luke, and I actually met him multiple times. And I really like a fan fiction. I was like, I need that, and it was really nice. Just nothing groundbreaking, but if you like cowboy, I actually like it. And can we talk about the cover? They all do that, and she's going to release 2 other books. It's about, you have this entire family who have a wench, and we follow Amy, who was a professional barrel jumper, and after a big accident she came back, and you follow a love story between Luke and Amy. The second romance is a sapphic romance, and it's late bloomer. It was actually pretty short. You follow Opal and Piper, and Opal just won the lottery, so she buy like a flower farm. But the girl who was living there still was there. It's a whole shit show, so they decide to live together. It's cute, nothing groundbreaking, but it was a nice read. But I finally read the book I got like more than a year ago that I was so excited to read. And I don't know if you can guess, but it's A Little Life by Anya Yanagiara. Sorry if I butchered the name. And I say that like so happy. This book is not happy. Check the trigger warning. It's a pretty heavy book, and it's long. It's like 700. It's like 720 page, and it's writing really tiny. It took me 10 days to read, but I read Done and Dusted in the middle of it because I needed a break. Not because it was too harsh on it, but I don't know, I needed something else in the same time. I absolutely love this book. I give it not a 5 star, but a supernova. I think about this book almost every day since I read it. So we follow 4 friends, Malcolm, JB, Willem, and Jude. It's mostly about Jude, about how crappy his life has been. And if you think cannot be worse, it can. This book made me cry, and the most face I did when I was reading this was like, I cried multiple times, but I didn't cry like I'm going to die. But I think if I read it alone, because I was in FaceTime with my best friend, we do that a lot to read at the same time, I cried a little bit. This book is a perfect example of depression, how trauma can change you, and I hope it can give hope to people to have the strength to try to not be in this state, and that good thing for and good things can happen to everyone, even though your life is absolutely horrendous, because that's how you should live. And I love the friendship in this book. I love the love. If you have big trauma about, it's talk a lot about rape, it's talk a lot about abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, everything that you can think about if you ever lived that before. And I'm so sorry, it can be hard for you to read. If you see the blue tab, it's the sad moment. I didn't tab everything. I'm going to reread it at some point for sure, but it can be really hard for you. Few of the things that happened in this book happened to me, but I got help. I saw I saw people to help me, so it didn't trigger me, but I think it's cool for a lot of people. And if you have a child and you think you can really be sensitive about this subject, don't read it. But it's a supernova for me, and it's so beautiful. And if you read it, the axiom of equality, yeah, and I just love it. It was a little bit hard for me to read because I'm French, but it's so beautiful. Write it. You have every type of topic, you have every type of love, and one thing that I really love, it's a gay book, but don't read this thinking you're going to have romance. It's a literary fiction book, so don't think it's going to be big on romance. It's really for the character development on each person, and I love it. And it was, not going to say refreshing, but it changed for me. And I think we're done. That was a book I read in August. If you're still here, thank you. It's been really a lot for me. If you want other video of wrap-up, TBR, and some challenges, please subscribe. I do also some vlog, and I'm mostly in Paris, Stockholm, or Chamonix, so you have some range. And I'm so excited about the next video I'm going to make. I have Taylor Swift era album, as you want, is going to choose my book. I'm doing this video right now, and I'm sorry, but the book I found is literally perfect. I have finishing the series that I started too, so many excited videos. So please subscribe, like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.